Okay, good. They're just doing short, short. Probably maybe like 40 minutes or less. Right. Options. That's great. So, this is my off-stream hardcore super flats. And what I'm doing right now is I'm in the process of spawn proofing the entirety of my spawn chunks. So you see over here, we have my mob farm that I need to deal with because, oh my god, there's so much. I need to make like a sorting system. This tower, that's my elytra launch point because I have less than a stack of fireworks to my name. This is my my clay turning field. This is just a bunch of purpur that I grow. And these I'm gonna make another farm over there at some point. Don't know when. That's my iron farm. But yeah, so over here, I have 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 more shulkers of end stone. And because I'm using slabs, that basically turns it into 14. 3G. One thing I'm kind of doing right now is I'm going through and I'm identifying slime chunks and then plopping a bunch down. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna have to do anything for like another 40 minutes. I can do a quick stream. And you know what happens? Hey, can you take the dog out? Anyways, go ahead, say stuff if you want. I'm just gonna kind of focus in. Hello. Alrighty. Alrighty, so hang on, we're gonna edit this. Edit stream info. Hello. Oh, it's my puppy Whoopie. Hello. Yeah, you come in. Yes, go ahead, come on. No? Okay. Alright. Alright, what I'm gonna do on top of this is I'm gonna turn up the music. Okay. We need to make this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this playlist. I went through and I added a bunch of songs a couple days ago, or a few days ago. Actually, about a week ago. And it was mostly because I realized because this is my 2024 playlist. And so it's kind of short. And because I use it for my streams, I was like, okay, I need to make this longer for the Geekathon. Um, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this longer. And so I got a lot less picky about what I put on my playlist. And now I just like it. So I'm gonna have to go through and purge this bad boy. Because I want it to be just songs that I really like listening to this year. That's why I didn't delete my previous version of this that includes a lot of Lovejoy songs, because that was part of my year. So basically what I need to do is I need to make another playlist. Maybe one that'll be a lot more one that I'm gonna be a lot more particular. And like I'll update it with time instead of just like leaving it relatively static. Because that's what I do with this playlist. I don't remove songs from it when I stop listening to those songs. I just skip them. I need a couple more of those. Alrighty. Over during ads, I have to like get all talkative so that you guys don't hear them. So I'm curious, what kind of have y'all been like watching a lot of what kind of YouTube videos have y'all been watching lately? Because I have been watching like the past 2 days, I've been kind of tired. So I've been differently picky than usual. Like I'm typically a very, very picky viewer. And um lately I've been watching a lot more ContraPoints again. Um I just haven't watched a lot of her stuff for a while. I think it's mostly because I've watched almost all of I think you've watched all of her content, actually. Especially because, like, if she puts out something new, I pretty much instantly watch it. Oh no, not instantly. I let it sit for a little bit, admittedly. But then I go and I watch it, and I enjoy it, because she makes good content. But aside from that, uh, I've been watching a decent amount of Dead Domain, and, also a bit of Cirrus and Viced Rhino. I've really been enjoying those. Changing hands. I mean, I still watch a pretty decent amount of Vosh. So, like, this isn't me just like, oh, I've moved out of my Vosh phase. Nah, I just, I don't know, because the thing is, like, I like a lot of these people even when they disagree with each other. I will also say I've been having I've spent a decent amount of time thinking about QSMP as it's clearly wrapping up. And look, also guys, if you want to talk about something else, just start talking in chat, because then I will interact with you. But until you do, it's my conversation. Basically, I've been thinking a lot about QSMP as it's clearly winding down. And one of the big reasons I've been thinking about it is I, at some point, want to do a very lore-based SMP. And I feel like QSMP, especially, I'd say mid-game, mid-server to um, probably because it just kind of elevated the game in a lot of sense. Or it elevated. It's done a lot to change how lore-based SMPs are going to be perceived going forward. They're going to be perceived with more interest in professionalism. Stories that are less like D&D and more like a LARP, where the players have their own reactions to things, but it doesn't really. There's only so much you can do to change the plot. The story isn't yours. You're just reacting to it. And that's okay. You can't change. It's like a DM who says, "No, Bard, you can't fuck the dragon." And I know one idea for a server I want to do doesn't have as much lore, and so I'm probably going to start with that one. and the other one requires a lot more work on my part. And I would need to be really prepared for it. Actually, no. What it comes down to with that one is I have like 3 ideas. So, and they're all connected, which is a lot better than other ideas. But it's not. That's the thing. When you start a server, you don't have to have like the most original idea ever. You just have to kind of have an idea. Basically decided that I can only go for so the idea for the non-lore focus. I could do a lore focus one instead, but like light lore. But the thing is, I'm just concerned that whatever I do is going to come off. So I can't do both, in my opinion. I probably could, but I don't know. I feel like doing both would be cheating because they both involve largely Origins mod. But basically, the non-lore option with Origins is it's just a bunch of forest critters fucking around in a giant woods. Because I think that'd be cool. Um, so a bunch of forest critters in giant woods. Maybe utilizing some custom, like utilizing custom trees and shit like that. Basically, giant. I want to do like huge trees. For that, but And I think, especially if I do it soonish, it's best to go for that one because it's a bit less lore intensive, but it also requires a lot more time put into the mods. Now, the other option that involves the Origins mod is essentially I'm kind of stealing the concept of a port of flight of Fae and Flowers, the Dimension 20 campaign run by Abria Iyengar, because honestly, fuck it, Abria is amazing. She's amazing and a genius, and the fact that there's any hate really just proves that we do live in a society where women can't do anything. Especially not black women. She's so good. And pretty, but like, you know, secondary to a genius. Um, so basically it's a bunch of Fae kind of coming together and honestly it's kind of like, oh, we're gonna go through and it's a bit of quote unquote dating sim. Now the nice thing with that is I can like schedule out like a few lore events and then plan out an ending exactly when it needs to end. Honestly, thinking about it, that might actually be better. Even though I would have to like put some work into figuring out what those events would even be. Oh, we're gonna use my my launcher. Dude, I love bubble columns. Okay, it's this way. Oh, that's where I'm gonna put my villager hall eventually. So that would honestly that one would probably be better to do as since it would be you know, I wouldn't have to be so I could be relatively involved, but I wouldn't have to be like super involved. And also painting out an exact timeline instead of just going, okay, well, we're gonna go until it's kind of just over, which is what would almost certainly end up happening if we did it with um, Super flat hardcore? Yes. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. It's fun. But yeah, so I'm thinking I would want to like plot out storyline, but it wouldn't be that hard to plot one out anyways, so well, I guess I just changed my mind about what I'm doing. I just need to figure out just need to write out essentially the plot line and figure out a couple of other mods that would go along with the origin mod and the Fae theme, and we'd be good to go. Anyways, Crimson, how are you doing today? Good, how about you? I'm doing alright. I almost certainly had gluten last night, for the second day in a row, and I'm pretty sure I'm currently feeling it. Either that or it's just, my menstrual cycle, but who knows? Um, but honestly, if gastrointestinal discomfort is the worst that I get from gluten these days, I don't know, man. I think it might be worth it. Yeah, I'm just doing a short stream today in the morning so that I can because I'm probably gonna need to switch some of my streams over to the morning. Based on what's looking like my schedule's gonna end up being when I finally go full time. So I need to start building up more of a, for me, daytime audience. And also, I just missed streamings, and I was like, I was already playing video games, and that's just what I was gonna end up doing anyways. So it's like, you know what? I may as well stream for a little bit, get some content. Decathlon went well on the personal level. I didn't get a lot of like subs or anything, but it was I had fun and I got to play a lot of video games. So and talk with the people a lot. So honestly, I'm that's what I wanted out of the Geekathon. So I'm not upset by that. I need to make my sheep farm over here match my build palettes. Honestly, I should also probably make that match my palette too. Ugh. Okay, well, that sucks. But I'll make it work. But of course, all this is going to have to wait until after summer because I need to, get that in a little bit. Oh, rats, I just remembered I have exams coming up in like 2 weeks. Oh no. I believe in you, Crimson. But yeah, I haven't studied. Okay, well, I still believe you can study within this time frame and figure it out. So it's not that you haven't studied yet. Again, it's 2 weeks. Yeah, summer is when I'm planning on going full time at my job. And that's going to take some do I call it effort? It's gonna take a lot of energy out of me. And I don't want to overcommit. So like maybe the earliest I'll be able to do anything is like fall. The exams aren't that hard, I don't think. Just need to study. Thank you for believing in me, Crimson. But yeah, I'm making a lot of progress in like my personal life. And I think pretty soon I'm going to start seeing it pay off, both offline and on. But yeah, I'd have to look into server hosting, a couple other mods, make a plot, and then I can just look at players. And that wouldn't be too hard. I may have to tweak the premise, actually. Fake court with an agenda is what I need to do. But yeah, that's... Basically, I'm like really... I'm not doing perfect, but I feel like my life is going in a really good direction so far, or right now. So I feel like I'm just very happy right now, which could mean anything from, again, cycle being wonky, or my life's about to go down the shitter. So that happens a lot with me, is that like I'll be feeling good about something, and then just everything collapses underneath of me. You should believe in yourself more. I do believe in myself, it's just that I don't believe in the universe, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't believe in the universe to not screw me over. Alrighty, I think I take a peek at who's live right now. Ooh, Cupcake Gaming is doing Legos, so that's gonna be cool. I have to get work experience for the 6th of September, and that can go two ways. Ooh. Well, We're gonna have to talk about that later. Alrighty, guys.